Okay? So as far as your official syllabus is concerned, we have two main items left to second semester. The first one is domains of linguistics, in which we group phonetics with phonology, morphology with syntax, and semantics with pragmatics. Then we move to the relationships between linguistics and other human sciences or other disciplines like psychology, sociology, and anthropology. Okay? All that depending on the time left. So let's start the first part of this domain. We start with phonetics first. That phonetics equals the study, it's first the branch of linguistics that is devoted to the study of the speech sounds. In what way we study those sounds? Rumaisa said that we study their production or articulation, their transmission, and their perception. Okay? What do we mean by these? Production, transmission, and perception, they are called the material aspects of speech sounds. If we don't know where each sound is located in terms of production, it means what are the parts that contribute in its production, in its articulation. How can we succeed to produce it appropriately? If we don't know how or from where to where the sound moves or goes, of course, me as a speaker, once I send you a message, of course, with the help of those speech sounds, so my message or those speech sounds are transmitted from my mouth to your ears, and at the level of your ears, directly to the brain. Once I hear something, my brain starts automatically decoding. What does this mean? What I want to say. I may say something, but I'd like Dua to understand something else. I may send you a message between the lines. Okay? So, but the first thing is that you receive my message via your ears. This is the channel of transmission from mouth to ear. And the brain, I have said, that starts automatically decoding what is heard and what's the meaning of this speech sound. Then, of course, once it is received, what happens at the level of the brain is the perception. The process of decoding the message, of decoding what these speech sounds may mean, here it's the perception. So we recapitulate what does phonetics mean. It means first branch of linguistics that studies the material aspects. I repeat, these are two key terms, material aspects of speech sounds. Okay? Now, what are those material aspects? We have said production or physical articulation, transmission, and then perception. People or those interested to study phonetics, what do we call them? Those people.
Phoneticians.
Yes, phoneticians. We call them, this is a key term, we call them phoneticians. Those people who are interested to study the speech sounds and the material aspects of speech sounds at the level of phonetics. Second point we need to discuss, those speech sounds, how can we make difference between them? We, as users of the language, how can I make a difference, if any, between the speech sounds we produce to transmit our messages?
Through
Alphabet. Here you are next to the right point. Yes, through the alphabet letters, but within the alphabet letters, all the alphabet letters are considered as speech sounds. What makes difference between them? Syllables?
Symbols.
Phonemes, we didn't reach this yet. It's with phonology. Yes, combination. We are speaking about sounds at first, before they are combined to form words. The speech sounds, how can I make difference between them? Abdurrahman said that the speech sounds, they can be represented via the alphabet letters. Okay? It means speech sounds equal alphabet letters. But between the alphabet letters, we have categories. Good. We have vowels and we have consonants. Now, how can we make difference between vowels and to produce the vowels? Yes. No stop. Okay? The release of air is free. If you say oh, nothing that stops you. Okay? Only the difference that makes the O different from the U sound, from the A, from the A in French and so on, is the shape we control with our lips and the mouth all in all. Now, yes, so what contributes and what helps us to be able to produce all those sounds is our organs of speech, and none of the other creatures on earth possess such complex and sophisticated system and parts. Those organs of speech enable us to play as if we play with sounds. Okay? Once we control the shape of our mouth and so on, the release of air via the mouth or via the nose. Here, all those parts, they contribute and help us to produce a variety of sounds, whether vowels or consonants. Of course, the number of vowels is less than the number of consonants, and the consonants as well are produced with the help of those organs, but the release of air is stopped at some point with the lips or any other organ of speech, okay? So that to produce such or such a consonant. So this is at first the speech sounds, all of them, they can be divided into two categories, vowels and consonants. Both vowels and consonants are produced thanks to the organs of speech, with the help of those organs of speech, and the difference between the two categories is with the release of air. With vowels, no stops, the release of air is free. With consonants, there are stops at some points according to the consonant we are producing. Now, we talk or we shift to talk about a different kind of alphabet that is called the modern alphabet. What is the modern alphabet? I ask you a question and then we get what is meant by the modern alphabet. If we go to your phonetic transcription, do we opt for the same means characters we use in our written form? Of course, no. We rely on other characters, or let's call them symbols. I give you a question and I wait for your answer. Do we have for each speech sound only one symbol or one character, and vice versa? Which line goes right?
No, I think...
You all agree that it's no? Now, after this no, why no? Give me example. The realization of the K sound.
Even a C can be a K.
CH. What else? CH, the K and? No. And the C alone. Okay? In car, it's C alone. In CH, chemist, character, or whatever. The K alone, kangaroo, for instance. It's with K. But here we are speaking about the K sound itself. It is realized through three different written forms. Three different spellings. Either the C alone, either the CH as combination, or the K alone.
Like F, we have B,
And we have the first sound. When it is sound, we say F, we say K. Okay, we don't produce it as a letter, right? The first sound it is realized with the F as a letter, with the PH, like a phrase, paragraph, and so on, phonetics, and we have the GH like N and F. Okay, so you see here, means the invention of the modern alphabet, thanks to the International Phonetic Association. They create this alphabet simply because the alphabet we know and we learn is unable to be the equivalent of the produced sounds on one-to-one basis. Simply the examples we have stated, they show that. They prove this evidence that the K sound doesn't equal only the C, is not realized only through the CH. It is not only realized through the K. So all the three goes with this. This reality led to the invention of the modern alphabet so that we can get an equivalent symbol to each speech sound. And these examples, you keep them in mind so that once you are asked about the modern alphabet, you know why it was invented, simply because the alphabet letters can't represent the phonetic, yes, all those we can produce to transmit our messages, because phonetics deals with the spoken form of the language.